Lopes&Carvalho was established 25 years ago by my parents, who at that time already had 20 years of experience in the textile industry. They had a vision for a business that focused on small quantities and high-quality, locally sourced materials that would ensure fast deliveries and quick reorders. For them, manufacturing large quantities was pointless. It required higher upfront investment, higher financial risk, and higher quality issues to tackle and manage. But more than that, they were concerned about the garments that would end up sitting on the shelf or dumped in a landfill if not sold. In fact, according to the Ellen MacArthur Foundation, in 2015 alone, the textile industry used 98 million tons of resources, only for 60% of the clothing produced to end up in landfills or burnt within a year. The easiest solution would be to make each piece cheaper by increasing the quantities ordered and using lower quality materials, so brands could increase their margins to cover the losses of non-sold pieces. And this approach was the general mindset in the industry when we started back in 1995, and is still the mindset for many companies in the fashion industry, but not for the Lopes&Carvalho family. We chose to stay true to our values and it paid off. Financial sustainability is key, and our company has been growing at a steady pace over the years. Our first office opened in 1995, locally outsourcing all the production. By 2011, we had set up our own production line. 5 years later, we attended our first international trade show, despite always having been 98% exporters. By 2018, we had moved to our own building, always keeping in mind the need for a comfortable working environment for our employees. We have done this with no investors, just a well-established relationship with our bank manager and thorough risk assessments. We never looked at the immediate short-term revenue. Our goals were instead set for long-term, healthy and sustainable revenue. We started with just 2 people. Now we are 40. We are not that big, but together we do big things. In 1995, Lopes&Carvalho did already have a vision of industry innovation about the use of a sustainable network within our local textile community. We were already pushing responsible production and education about responsible consumption. We, as a company, have always had these 3 sustainable development goals at our core. Now we're on the verge of becoming better in each one of these SDGs, and we are fully embracing Industry 4.0. Instead of growing inside in, we want to grow inside out and champion the ethical manufacturing space together with our constellation of local partners. We are currently focused on optimizing our processes through technology, computer science, and digitalization. We are redesigning our workflow in order to maximize our capacity to onboard new brands. Our aim is to support and empower each new partner in making conscious manufacturing choices. We take an active role in advocating sustainability, and we act as advisors or even as incubator for some of the projects. Downsizing is the way forward to create fewer but far better products, to shorten the path, to further transparency. The funding programs for SMEs are not very well communicated, and to access them, you often need a team of consultants, which for many companies are out of reach. This lack of in-house skills to manage a founding project inhibits many SMEs from even applying for funding. The process should be simplified, written in a language accessible to SMEs, not corporate giants. The small companies that support and supply the big ones are the ones championing the sustainable fashion revolution, and this is where funding needs to be focused. Our next investments, besides the digitalization and paper-free production files, are related to lowering our carbon footprint by accessing green energy for production and transport. We are applying for the Lean and Green certification and expect to have our first star by the end of the year. We have been OECOTEX certified since 2015 and ISO 9001 since 2016. We have been a part of the Better Cotton Initiative since early this year and are now also applying for the Control Union certifications for organic content and recycled content for the fabrics we use in production. Additionally, to lower the carbon footprint for all of the brands we work with and reduce packaging waste, we are setting up a logistics center so e-commerce brands can store and send their stock directly from us, the factory, to the final customer. Now in 2020, my parents' visionary, sustainable production process has new names. Low quantities are now called capsule collections or limited editions. Sourcing locally is now called low carbon footprint impact. Good quality products are now added value products. Repeats and on-demand production are now called slow fashion. Since the world has become more aware of the urgency of fighting climate change, our company started receiving substantially more inquiries. Back in 2016, before showcasing our company at trade shows in London, Munich, and Dubai, we were working mainly for 2 well-established international customers. Now we have 50 new brands working with us and hundreds of new queries to answer and advise. This shows us that we are on the right track. Slowly but surely, change is on the way.